Well, hi there, guys. It's Tony here from Caveman Props, and I've been on a bit of a secret mission because I've come back down here to the prop store a little bit earlier than I normally do for a very special auction, and I think you can really tell what this auction is all about. Of course, it's about Doctor Who. It's something very personal to my heart as well. I'm joined by Sean. We're going to be going through some of the items that you've got coming up for auction. So the auction's coming up. It starts as of today. It's available to view.
Yeah, so we're open from the 3rd of February to the 19th. It starts closing at 2 p.m. UK time, and we've got about 300 lots.
300, so that's quite a lot to try and get through.
That is.
But we're going to have a look at just some of the really special items, aren't we?
Yes, we've got so much. It spans from basically David Tennant through to Ncuti Gatwa.
Okay, and Christopher Eccleston as well, or just from David Tennant?
Just from David Tennant.
Just from David Tennant. Okay, so that's brilliant. So there we are, guys. We're going to have a look at what's coming up. So obviously, entering the auction, we have the classic police box.
Yes.
So this one's a little bit different to normal, isn't it?
A little bit. As you can see, it's covered in these weird, spooky scars. So this is from the episode Eve of the Daleks. So
It's Jodie Whittaker's first Christmas one, if I believe.
yes, yeah. So this is the one where they're in the storage facility and they're going round and round and round with the Dalek, and the TARDIS is having a little bit of a moment and a bit of a freak out. So what they did is they cut holes in the TARDIS, filled it with hot glue.
Yes, I was about to say, that looks just like hot glue to me.
And then illuminated it from inside, so it glows like this really eerie red colour. But it is a thing of beauty. The colour, the time and effort that's been spent on this is phenomenal.
Yes, so I can imagine to make the cracks look natural when you're a man making them is quite a difficult process. So
Yeah.
I think they've done really well here. So do you know if this one was made specifically for this episode so they could destroy it, or was it one of the...
I believe this one was made specifically for the episode. The door doesn't open, which is probably a bit of a giveaway for that
Yeah.
one.
So it was just literally just made for this section
Yep.
of the film. So, so it's a lovely item, obviously quite large,
Yes.
but I think someone would enjoy this item.
Yeah, someone's going to want to give it a home. Might just be a mega fan with a big house. It could be a museum. Who knows? But yeah, this, again, it's one of the most iconic Doctor Who
I would always
kind of
go
items.
for the museum side because
Yes, let us all see it.
Everyone else can get to enjoy it. Brilliant. So do we have a rough estimation on what this could go for?
Similar to the Dalek, I would like to think we'd hit 5 figures. So maybe 10, 11 grand. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, there you are. A one-of-a-kind police box. Right then, so Sean, any Doctor Who auction isn't complete, obviously, without a Dalek.
Correct.
And we've got a lovely new season Dalek here as well.
Yes, so we have traced this one back to Asylum of the Daleks. So when we looked inside, we could see that some of the hemispheres have been replaced. And that particular setup can be matched to one of the Asylum Daleks. And
So
it's then been redressed and reused in multiple episodes ever since.
So you can base it back to that episode, but obviously it
Yeah.
was obviously used a little while after that.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a lovely piece, obviously the reimagining of the Daleks, and that episode also had a lot of classic ones as well as these ones.
Yes,
So
the
it's
Asylum
quite
is
an
full.
important piece to be able to trace back to that episode.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really popular one. It still lights up. Everything still moves around. But yeah, if you've got space in your living room for a Dalek, then yeah, go for it.
Yep. I'm not sure how the wife would approve, but there we go. Do you know roughly how much we're expecting to get for this item?
Personally, I'd love to see it maybe hit the 10,000 mark. I think
10,000.
something of this calibre really deserves it, but who knows?
Definitely, it is a Dalek, all very sought after, so there might be a few of you bidding for it. So, John, okay, first things first, it's a nice gun.
Oh yes, so this is Clara's anti-cyber gun.
Yeah, I recognise this one, definitely.
So what's lovely about this one is it lights up. So we've got a tiny little
Clearly.
toggle switch under here to turn it on and off. We've got a
Wow.
lovely action on here, and then you can lock and reload.
Yep. Wow, so obviously this one's obviously coming up for auction. What can we expect for this item?
So everything in the auction starts at £100. So literally, the fans set the prices. So yeah,
So it'd be interesting to see how this one goes, because obviously we were discussing this. This section is a toy gun, and then this section's been purposely made to go onto it. So it's quite a unique item.
yes, and I've very much dealt with many of them out there, and to have something, an actual prop from the show, officially released, that lights up as well. It's kind of a holy
Lights
grail.
Yes, it is, definitely. So I've seen a few of like the Sontaran blasters have come up, but obviously quite a few of them were made, whereas only one of these was probably made for the production.
Yeah, it's not a recurring item, which surprised a lot of people. I think that it's such a cool item to kind of only see the light of day once. So yeah, hopefully it'll go to a good home.
Good. So there you are, guys. If you want this item, get yourselves bidding. Right then, Sean. So we're moving round. So another couple of really nice items here. Dress and obviously a clock. So what can you tell us about these items then?
So this clock was the functional one from the set from A Christmas Carol, starring the late great Michael Gambon. So it's still got all the wiring and all the gubbins behind. We haven't made it work, but maybe some technically minded person could reinvigorate some life into it. But I think it's a very cool piece and quite prominently featured.
Yes, I can kind of remember that. It was Michael Gambon and Catherine Jenkins. If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
the lovely opera singer.
Yes. So brilliant. So that was quite an important. The Christmas episodes are usually quite important ones. So
Yeah,
to
it's very
have
popular.
the large clock from that one
Yeah,
is quite good.
yeah.
So-
And then moving on, we have Donna Noble's wedding dress. So this is from The Runaway Bride. As you can tell from the rather unflattering slit down the front, this was a stunt dress.
Yeah.
But what I absolutely love about this dress is that it actually still has spider web on. When I first took it out of the costume bag, I actually thought, that, oh my god, it's got some damage on it, like the lace has
Yeah.
been like frayed. No, it's actually spider web.
It's the spider web from the giant spider, which
Yes.
name I've forgotten as well. So that was Donna Noble's very first episode. So
Yes,
it's
it
quite an
was.
important part as well.
Yes, yeah, and this one actually does come with a pair of shoes as well.
Comes with the oh, you've got to have the dress with the shoes,
Of
haven't
course.
you? So obviously, yes. So this was the stunt one from her moving from the taxi into the police box, I'm imagining.
Yeah, well, this is as it's got spider web on. I'd possibly put it maybe one of the stunts in the layer.
So, yeah,
perhaps.
that's a good point.
So yeah, who knows? It could have been from the taxi jump and then reused. But yeah, who knows? But it's a very cool
Definitely.
piece.
It's really nice. So there you are, guys. Some really nice pieces there. Right, so obviously when it comes down to Doctor Who props, yes, you've got the Dalek, you've got the police box, but obviously the main point that everyone wants is a sonic screwdriver.
Yes.
And you've got two examples here. Obviously one I kind of recognised, one's a little bit strange,
Yes.
should we say?
So we are joined here by Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor's sonic screwdriver from the episode Joy to the World. His sonic tended to change colour through all the episodes. This one is, I think it's called a red goblin paint, is the official title, but means it's a very iridescent colour. So it's kind of green and red, which is very Christmassy.
Yes, I can
And
kind of see the bit of green just there and then going to red.
yes, so I
The
thoroughly
light hits
approve. So it's a hero one, it lights up, and it also twists, so it's got the small
Closes up.
palm version, opens up again, and then we've got a little button here to make it light up.
Light up. Wow, that's a really cool item. And obviously this was a slight deviation from the traditional Sonics that we'd had before in the physical shape of it.
Yeah, so before they tend to be more screwdriver-esque. I believe they wanted to kind of go with had the sonic powers, but wasn't necessarily quite so much of a screwdriver look. But obviously, next to it, what we have is a rehearsal version of David Tennant's 14th Doctor sonic screwdriver.
That's what it is. So it was just used for rehearsals.
Yes, yeah. So it's made from the same 3D printing files and everything like that. It's just it was made to be broken.
Yeah.
This one would be in the tens of thousands to create. Maybe that one more so in the maybe thousands.
Okay. So obviously, yeah, that one was fully made. They were going to make a full season, whereas obviously David Tennant only had a few episodes.
Yes.
So he was carrying that one.
Yeah.
So that's quite an interesting thing. And the thing I've always liked about this one is the Gallifreyan inscription around the middle, because
Yes,
obviously
well
that was
spotted.
connected to Ncuti himself, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of thought gone into that particular style of
Yeah.
sonic, which I really appreciate. I don't necessarily think Ncuti's as appreciated as some of the other Doctors, but things like this just like really make it.
Really good. And obviously just behind you there, we have a costume as well.
Yes, I love this costume. It screams Doctor. It screams the character, the flamboyance of it, and so it's basically a kilt, pushing through Ncuti's Scottish heritage.
So, and obviously we have a Ruby Sunday costume.
Yes, to go perfectly well with the Ncuti costume. So this is from her first episode, The Church on
Ruby Road.
Ruby Road. She kind of rocks this kind of crop top look with the leather jacket. You see it, it screams Ruby Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely an iconic look. You can recognise that one as one of her costumes.
Oh, yes.
Same as that one as the Ncuti costume.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you are, guys. More very interesting items for you to bid on. Right then, Sean. So, a really lovely costume here,
Beautiful.
and I think obviously very recognisable from the episode.
I hope so. Do you have Maestro's band jacket from kind of that massive finale sequence in The Devil's Chord, played by the glamorous Jinx Monsoon? It's absolutely beautiful. The amount of time and effort that's been spent on the brocade and things like that is really impressive. I love this piece.
It's a wonderful piece, but obviously you would expect to see a piece like this as general, but this is one of a kind.
As far as I know, this is the only one we've got.
Been purposely made. You would
Yeah.
think it was like a proper band costume.
Yeah.
But obviously the costume department have made it specially for it. So the work on here is actually quite unique as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. The pattern and things like that will be kind of very unique to this particular jacket, and obviously it was custom made for Jinx Monsoon.
Okay, that's a lovely piece. Yeah, a lovely piece to obviously display as well.
Yes, yeah. It's not too much, not too big, not TARDIS sized. It's a perfect thing that you can just put on a half form and have in your room, and it's a good conversation starter.
Right, so an interesting piece for Doctor Who, obviously, is the footwear. And I think when you see a pair of Converse, you've obviously always got, I think, David Tennant.
Absolutely. He put Converse back on the map, I think, single-handedly. But the special thing about these is that we can pinpoint pretty much the episode to which they're from. So inside, they have a little label that says Column. And turns out Column was David Tennant's double. So in Journey's End, when we get the Metacrisis Doctor, you see, technically, David Tennant talking to David Tennant. Couldn't physically have that, sadly. Only one David Tennant in the world. So they had Column stand in for him. Column is a little bit shorter, than the very tall David Tennant. And these actually have quite significant lifts in, just to give him that extra kind of 3 inches of height.
Try and obviously match him up.
Yes, yeah,
the
you don't
correct
want to
height.
be seeing 2 different David
So
Tennants.
he obviously, stunt double, we had the same kind of hair and
Yep,
physical stature.
Yep, same costume, same hair, just
Obviously just a few
extra inches on the bottom of the
few
feet.
inches on the bottom of the feet. But that's still quite an interesting piece.
I think so
to
as
obviously
well.
put in. It's not David Tennant worn, but about as close as you're going to get.
Yes, and obviously with the classic BBC, you're not allowed to have any brands on, so they're coloured in
Coloured
the
in.
Converse labels.
But obviously the lifts are in there as well, so it's quite a significant piece.
Yeah. No,
have.
we're excited to see how this one does.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Guys, get your bids in. Okay, so you've got quite a few costumes coming up for auction,
Yeah,
but obviously the few that we're going to look at, obviously a few of these ones, and again, quite recognisable costumes to people that in the know, I reckon.
Yes, yeah. So first up, we're going to look at River Song. So this particular get-up is how it was assembled for the minisode River Gods. When the BBC used to do all these like tiny little
Yep.
spin-off minisodes, which I thought was fantastic. But the most important thing I think for fans is it's got the All Saints dress.
Yeah.
So a lot of her costumes had this amazing sort of off-the-shelf dress, but she managed to style it so many different ways. So that one should be really, really popular. And then next to her, we have Amy's, pregnant Amy's costume from Amy's Choice. So that one where they're going backwards and forwards between what's real, what's a dream. So yeah, it looks particularly baggy, but yeah, that's because it's from when she's supposed to be mucho prego.
Look, you've swallowed a planet. That was I think was the line he used, which should never say to a pregnant woman.
Never.
But yeah, so that's quite an iconic piece, and obviously being baggy for that, so it was quite strange to see Karen Gillan quite heavily pregnant in that episode.
Yes, definitely so. I don't think it was her favourite look, but no, very, very recognisable for sure.
She'd done it very well. Two more very instantly recognisable costumes, and obviously from different eras of Doctor Who as well.
Well spotted, yeah.
Yeah, so
So first up, we have Rory's costume. Bless him, always waiting around. So this is from the episode The Doctor's Wife, when they're wandering around the TARDIS, and Rory sits and is a little old man by the time they find him again. So the costume department had an absolute whale of a time with this one. So it is very, very, very distressed. We haven't just taken really bad care of it. It is supposed to look like this. So yeah, it's a really, really nice example.
So this is from when House has taken over the TARDIS and is
Yes.
playing with them in the corridors.
Yes.
And
naughty boy.
Amy turns the corner and Rory's there as the old man.
Yeah.
And then I think she finds him later as the skeleton. So it's possibly the same costume, could have been used for both parts.
Potentially.
Yeah. And then obviously, you know, I don't like to put things on it, but possibly one of my favourite Doctors of the new era,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, so this is a prototype jacket. So as you can see, the stitching hasn't been finished.
So if this is a prototype, this would have been put together by Ray, I believe. That did
Oh, is that the
his
costume design?
Yeah.
Fantastic, yes.
Yeah. And I was going to look for, one of the things he always likes to do is put one red button on.
He did, didn't he? I don't think they got quite
Didn't
that far on
with
this one.
But
No,
he has done the red stitching around there. So,
it's coming through back then when they were designing
but
the
he's a brilliant costume designer. He takes everything in the fact that, you know, he'll create the big coat, but he'll line it because he knows they're going to be under hot lights.
Yes.
And I think that's why people love working with him. He takes that into account
So
in what they do to consider it. So a lot of the proper jackets that would be off the shelf would have a lot of padding inside of them, where he would remove it, knowing that they're going to be running around. It's going to be getting hot. So he tries to keep them quite cool, which I think is a wonderful piece. So that's,
Lovely.
although it's not screen used as a prototype that Ray probably worked on to
Yeah.
get to the point, is still quite a significant piece. There you are, guys. Like your costumes, get yourself bidding.